Hey there! Today, 6 diseases and what it actually feels like to die from them. Let's begin. Disease 1. Tuberculosis, the White Plague. It starts with a cough, just a persistent irritation that grows into a deep, rattling tremor in your chest. You dismiss it as a cold, but it clings to you like a shadow growing inside your lungs. Days become weeks, weeks become months. The cough becomes your constant companion, a harsh, dry bark that tears at your throat. Then one morning, you taste iron. You cough into your handkerchief, and a crimson stain blooms. Bright, frothy blood. This isn't just a cough anymore. This is hemorrhage. Your body starts betraying you. You feel perpetually cold, yet sweat drenches your sheets every night. Food loses all appeal. Your once robust frame begins wasting away. They called it the consumption for a reason. You watch your muscles melt, your skin stretching taut over protruding bones, turning ghostly, translucent white. Every breath becomes a conscious effort, a battle against an invisible enemy eating holes in your lungs. You gasp, you wheeze, your chest burns with a dull, constant ache. The air, once life-giving, now feels like fire. You're drowning on dry land, your body slowly shutting down, starved of oxygen, until finally, mercifully, the struggle ends, and your last ragged breath escapes, leaving behind a hollow shell. Disease 2. Necrotizing Fasciitis, the flesh-eating bacteria. It starts innocently. A small cut, a scrape, a tiny breach in your skin's defenses. You barely notice it, but within hours, a sinister transformation begins. The area around the wound flares with unnatural redness, spreading rapidly. It's angry, swollen, and exquisitely painful. This is necrotizing fasciitis, and it moves with terrifying speed. The pain intensifies, becoming searing, unbearable agony that no painkiller can touch. It feels like your flesh is being torn apart from the inside, like 1,000 tiny knives carving through your tissues. Then something chilling happens. The pain suddenly lessens, even disappears. This isn't recovery. This is a death knell. The bacteria have destroyed your nerve endings, effectively killing the tissue that was screaming in agony. Your skin turns mottled purple and black. Blisters erupt, filled with foul-smelling dark fluid. The tissue beneath is liquefying, turning into putrid soup. You can feel your body rotting, decaying, while you're still conscious, still alive. Doctors rush to cut away the dead flesh, but often it's a losing battle. The toxins overwhelm your system, your organs fail, and you slip into shock. Your body becomes a battlefield lost to a microscopic, ravenous foe. Disease 3. Ebola virus, the internal hemorrhage. Ebola strips you of your humanity, turning your body into a leaking biological disaster. It begins subtly, like a bad flu. Fever, headache, muscle aches. You might think it's just a common illness, but then the true horror unfolds. Your eyes turn bloodshot, stark red against yellowing whites. You start vomiting violently and uncontrollably. But it's not just stomach contents. It's black, digested blood, a grim sign of internal bleeding. Your immune system, in a desperate, misguided attempt to fight the virus, goes into overdrive, triggering a cytokine storm. This storm attacks your own healthy cells, causing your blood vessels to become porous, leaking fluid and blood into your tissues. You begin bleeding from every orifice, your nose, your gums, your eyes, even through your skin. Your internal organs, your liver, kidneys, spleen, start to liquefy, turning into pulpy mess. The pain is immense, a deep, throbbing ache as your organs fail. You are essentially melting from the inside out, your body dissolving into a hemorrhagic soup. You become a biohazard. Your very touch is a threat. You die in a pool of your own bodily fluids, a terrifying, violent end that leaves behind a devastated, unrecognizable form. Disease 4. Smallpox, the disfiguring scourge. Smallpox was a global executioner, a disease that didn't just kill you, but first disfigured and humiliated you. It starts with sudden high fever, chills, and severe headache. Within days, a rash appears, first on your tongue and in your mouth, then spreading rapidly across your face, arms, and legs. These aren't ordinary spots. They are deep, agonizing pustules, like fiery pearls embedded in your skin. These pustules swell, filling with thick, yellowish fluid, each one a tiny, throbbing volcano of pain. They feel like hundreds of hot coals pressed against every inch of your body. As they grow, they merge, forming vast, oozing sheets of raw, infected flesh. Your eyelids swell shut, your lips crack and bleed, your throat becomes a raw, inflamed tunnel, making swallowing excruciating. If you survive, you're left with deep, pitted scars, a permanent roadmap of your suffering. Many went blind, the pustules scarring their corneas. But for those who succumbed, death came from overwhelming infection, pneumonia, or internal bleeding, their bodies ravaged and unrecognizable, a testament to the disease's brutal efficiency. It was a slow, agonizing descent into a disfigured end. Disease 5. Bubonic plague, the Black Death. The Black Death, a name that still sends shivers down the spine, was a swift and brutal killer. It often began with a bite from an infected flea, a tiny, unnoticed pinprick. Within days, sudden, intense fever grips you, accompanied by chills, vomiting, and excruciating headaches. But the most terrifying symptom is the appearance of a bubo, a grotesquely swollen, intensely painful lymph node, often in your groin, armpit, or neck. It can grow to the size of a chicken egg, hard and throbbing, turning dark, bruised purple. As the infection rages, your body fights a losing battle. Your skin begins turning black in patches, particularly on your fingers, toes, and nose. This is gangrene. As blood flow ceases, you cough up blood, your breath becomes ragged, and the pain from the buboes is constant, a deep, burning agony. The smell of decay begins emanating from your own body, a sickening, sweet odor of rotting flesh. Delirium sets in, your mind clouded by fever and toxins. You die in agony, your body consumed by infection, your skin blackened, your final moments a terrifying blur of pain, fever, and the stench of your own demise. It was a death so horrific, so rapid, that it truly felt like the end of the world. Disease 6. Rabies, the mind's betrayal. Rabies is arguably the most terrifying disease because once symptoms appear, it is a 100% death sentence. There is no cure, only a horrific, inevitable descent into madness and paralysis. It starts subtly, a tingling or itching at the site of the initial bite, a phantom sensation hinting at viral invasion. Then the neurological nightmare begins. You develop fever, headache, and a growing sense of anxiety and agitation. Your senses become hyper-alert. Bright lights and loud noises are unbearable. You try to drink water, but your throat muscles seize in violent, uncontrollable spasms. This is hydrophobia, a literal, primal fear of water, where the mere sight or sound of it triggers agonizing, choking fits. You become terrified of the very thing that sustains life. As the virus attacks your brain, you descend into delirium. Hallucinations plague your mind. Invisible horrors dance before your eyes, and you might lash out in aggressive, uncharacteristic bursts. You foam at the mouth, unable to swallow your own saliva, a chilling visual that has fueled countless legends. Your body becomes a prison of spasms and terror. Eventually, paralysis sets in, first in your limbs, then spreading to your respiratory muscles. You are conscious, trapped, as your ability to breathe slowly fades. Your heart, strained by constant spasms and terror, finally gives out. It is a death of pure, unadulterated, animalistic terror, a complete betrayal of your own mind and body. So there you have it, 6 horrifying journeys into the ultimate unknown, 6 ways our biological existence can be brutally extinguished. These aren't just medical facts, they're stories of profound suffering, reminders of the delicate balance of life, and the relentless power of disease. For me, the sheer psychological torment of rabies, the mind turning against itself, is truly the most horrifying. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if this grim exploration has made you appreciate your health a little more, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe out there.